I f***ing hate this show, I swear. I don't know what it is about this particular intro, but it's even different than the regular Wrong intro. If for some reason you're new to this series, there's this intense phenomenon we've been currently observing about the Clone Wars during season 1, where for some reason either two different recordings altogether exist for this same theme, or they're EQ'd drastically different. And I swear, if you listen hard, it's still different enough compared to, say, the Rookies one. Which honestly I picked at random because it's a fucking banger, but production-wise it's right after Cargo of Doom, surprisingly. You can almost hear more of a reverb effect on the one in Rookies. Overall, it just feels a lot more open, and this one feels more damp, like all the mics in the studio are muffled. This will never cease to confuse me.
Bane hunted down and captured Master Bolo Rapal, who has a crystal which holds secrets of the Jedi Order.
First of all, why couldn't we get to see him actually capture Mr. Rapal over here? Threat level minimal. I guess it probably was an easy kidnapping, but I also guess showing torture death scenes to kids is a little bit higher on Dave's agenda. I really like this whole Cad Bane working for the Separatist vibe here. I don't know why.
I guess we're going down with the ship. Roger, roger.
Our base has been overrun. There's no possibility of evacuation. They've taken General Roble and the Holocron memory crystal.
Some of you diehard fans might remember something called the Kyber memory crystal, originally in the first drafts for A New Hope. And back then, a Kyber crystal was supposed to be some ancient artifact that the Jedi and Sith were after. Later on, we see it pop up in the novel Splinter of the Mind's Eye from the 70s, but it was spelled a little bit differently. It almost made a comeback in episode 2. Instead of Jango using a saber dart, it was originally called a Kyber dart, which is cool to see it interchanged with the saber instead, but this is actually the first arc where we see one mentioned in canon.
Do you know where they've taken them?
We tried to stop them, but they left the outpost.
Hang on, real quick, that scream was the exact same recording as Cut-Ups when he got eaten by the worm on Rishi Station in Rookies. That's so funny, man. I never realized that until just now. I guess it makes sense that the production being so close, they'd use a classic scream like that. I feel like it's a little out of context for this moment though, funny as it is. Okay, second, it's kind of a neat parallel that you just had a moment with the droids going Roger Roger about going down with the ship, then immediately go to the clone transmission where he says the base is overrun with no possible sign of evacuation. Showing how chill both sides are being killed for their cause in an episode centered around a plan orchestrated by the man ruling all sides of this is pretty damn cool when I just stop to think about it. Shout out to this clone right here just being straight mauled by these droids and just throwing bows like it's nothing. Seriously, man, why are all the droids just trying to like grab this guy? I feel like we don't see B1s do that kind of stuff all that often. Maybe commando droids.
We have to find out what ship Master Ropal is on.
As funny as it is hearing people pronounce things so differently in Star Wars, I like it in a weird way. I don't know why it's so hard to pronounce it Ropal like Cad and Zam's sister did, but it makes the galaxy feel a little bit bigger, you know? Like in the original trilogy, I'm pretty sure George just heard them mispronounce stuff like Lando saying Han and decided, screw it. You can't pronounce it. Neither can Lando then. Even though Lando does both, but I feel like there's a secret reason only Dave knows about there. And George.
You will remain conscious, Master Jedi. The bounty hunter has some questions for you.
This dialogue comes off so weird and awkward, and the way he calls him Master Jedi is just really unsettling.
Patch mind limiters, pain pulsers, and give him a full dose of XC33.
The crazy thing is, with subtitles on, apparently what he actually says here is, right away, sir.
Whoever's commanding that cruiser is a bold one, prepared to jump to hyperspace. I have a small favor to ask our Jedi guest.
Jesus, what the hell was that, man? Did that entire line read sound weird, or is that just me? I get that this is technically the first time production-wise we see Cad Bane, right? So I'll give them some slack on nailing his nuances, but the way that last part of the line feels like it's being fast-forwarded is inexcusable. Let me see if I can show you what I mean.
I have a small favor to ask our Jedi guest. I have a small favor to ask our Jedi guest.
See, I just edited that together, and you can already tell what I mean.
Intercept them before they can jump to hyperspace. Already the troops were boarding.
We were prepared to land on the planet, not aboard another ship. You can't be serious.
I am, Admiral. Thank you for your opinion.
Ooh, damn, dude, this animation is rough. This early production flexing hard right now. I love how unenthusiastic Yularen seems about Anakin right now. It's weird, though, because timeline-wise, we already saw them bond pretty hard on that Christophsis field trip, but this one is way ahead of that production-wise, which is just so annoying that we have to keep going back and forth. Man, I don't know what kind of drugs they give out at Lucasfilm, but these shows be wildin'. Whoever the fuck you are.
We're going to board a Separatist frigate.
We have no assault craft, sir. Only a couple of fighters in the Twilight.
You guys remember the Twilight, right? Anakin's Corellian light freighter that he used. Fucking... You know what? I actually don't have it in me today.
And the plan is? Just curious.
Dear God, this looks so awful.
I came down to see if I could be of any help.
Activate those walkers, Admiral.
You are not thinking of using those to transport the clones to that frigate.
Well, they are pressurized.
And they're equipped with magnetic feet.
Those walkers are designed for terrain, not space.
This is a fun moment since we've already seen Anakin use the ATTEs in space, but I guess Yularen wasn't there in that episode? I don't remember.
Execute battalion. Take AT-AT 300.
Wait, what the hell? He just called that an AT-AT. How does that even happen? How could you possibly know what that is, Rex? Dave? Dave? Kids show if I've ever seen one.
Parents are pissed, but the kids love it. You will never get me to unlock.
Unfortunately, I don't have time to discuss this with you.
I'm not sure how much more of this he can take.
Are you a medical droid?
No, sir.
Then step back and shut up.
We've lost all his vital signs. He is no longer functioning. He's dead.
I always love this droid's sheer disappointment here. Like, shit man, even Lock Dirt doesn't make us do this. I wasn't built for this kind of shit.
Looks like we will have to find another Jedi to open this holocron. Only next time, I will try a different method.
Boy, I know it's still early, guys, but I am not a fan of the way Cad Bane sounds in this episode. Damn, what is this episode? Just like copying, pasting random things from everywhere? Do you guys recognize that little music cue? It's the exact same one from Jedi Crash, which is also basically the one from Rising Malevolence.
General Grievous, this will be a suitable test for our new weapon.
But this version is like the bridge point between the two. It goes on a tiny bit longer than in Jedi Crash and really shows how it starts to become the same one as Rising Malevolence, just a little bit higher pitched. That's really cool to realize after so many rewatches.
Darth Sidious asked me to loan you the Federation fleet. You didn't say you were going to war. You have already lost 4 of my ships.
I swear, man, am I crazy in thinking most people just call him Lord Sidious? Like, how many people gotta know all about that Darth part? Even the Sidious part. Why do you gotta throw it out there like that?
One authentic Jedi holocron and the memory crystal I was after.
I can't believe how much I don't remember Cad Bane sounding like this. I get that they're really using the Force to jump around like that, but this is one of those early production moments where it looks kind of jarring having them just zip around. Out in space, that would be damn near fucking impossible, probably, Force or not. Any eagle-eyed viewers will surely remember what this little opening looks like on top of the good old boot ship since we saw Obi-Wan go through one back in Dooku Captured. The assets seem to be identical too, down to the little metal floorboards or whatever and everything. Lights, you name it. The only difference I can see is on this panel, Obi-Wan's only had those 3 buttons glowing red, and R2 has this panel or whatever right here.
Initiate the self-destruct sequence. You transfer all ship functions to my wristcom. The rest of you stay here and defend the bridge.
Against the Jedi? I hate this job.
Have you had another job? I wonder if this is that droid from Ryloth.
Don't shoot! I'm not the commander. Guess I'm the commander now.
So we see these 2 droids still alive right here, and there are no more shots. Either they let these 2 live for some reason, or they just snap their neck or something. What, you need them to drive the ship? No one besides Anakin and Ahsoka can fly this thing?
While you take on the clones, I will separate the Jedi and lead one of them away.
You know, overall, Cad seems to be a pretty fucking formidable separatist commander or whatever. What a missed opportunity on Dooku's part. You'd think Cad would be all in on some sort of action like that after his boy Jango showed him up becoming an entire army.
Master! I found him!
Man, they really did our boy dirty.
We might not be able to find the holocron in time, Master. But if it's destroyed with the ship, Nute Gunray won't get it either.
But I'd rather return it to the library personally.
Such a weird line. What is this about? If I impress Jocasta, maybe she'll let me read the secret books.
Ow! Switch to night vision.
God, I love this moment. This is such a fun little callback to that random stormtrooper actor hitting his head on the Death Star in A New Hope. I mean, come on, that's gotta be a callback to that, right?
Welcome, Jedi. We've been expecting you. Locked on.
magnetics. You were trained for this.
I love that line, and there's really no reason to. They could have just not added it, but it gives a little moment of pause to imagine them running drills like this, which of course they would. We've seen the Wolfpack pull off some outer space warfare like this too. The animation on this B1 always made me laugh a little. Once he's floating away, he does this like quick jerk movements with his arms and then just floats exactly in place. But wouldn't he still be propelled back a little bit and arms moving? Instead, he's just kind of like,
fuck this shit, I'm out. All right then.
This would be a terrible way to go out, but imagine if you got shot while you were stuck to the ceiling like that. Would your legs still hold you there as your lifeless body just sways around? Like one of those inflatable things in front of car dealerships? Look how close Anakin is to grabbing the holocron in this shot. I'd even argue he touches a damn thing. But in the next shot, after R2 slams everybody to the floor, it's like 8 feet in front of him.
Hello, ugly.
I'll get him, Master!
Ahsoka, wait! It's a trap!
Guys, did you see how fast Anakin just took off? Am I crazy? Is this one of those force sprints? If so, how does he not catch her at normal speed? And also, why didn't Ahsoka just do that herself? Why doesn't everyone use it?
You thought you could get away?
I got you right where I want you.
I'm not impressed.
I feel like they definitely didn't know the vibe they wanted for Cad Bane yet. This seems like such a weird tactic when I'm sure he's more than capable of handling Ahsoka on his own merit, instead of this like playing dead thing.
Hold up. Find a transport, but wait for us as long as you can.
We're on it, sir.
You must abandon your mission.
I don't have the holocron memory, and I seem to have misplaced my Padawan.
The ship is tearing itself apart.
Move off to a safe distance, Admiral.
Of all the Jedi, why did I have to end up with Skywalker?
Yeah, man, like what the fuck is with you, Lauren? Or rather, Dave. Why rearrange the Christophsis arc with them and make them seem like total bros, down to work together again? And then here he's just so fucking over this whole Chosen One dude everyone keeps yakking on about.
This burning boat is about to finish us both off,
The bond between the Jedi teacher and his apprentice is strong.
which means my master will be coming for me any minute.
Let's see if we can get him here any faster.
You said we'd be safe back here. Come on, there's 3 of us and only 1 of him. It won't matter.
He's right.
A Jedi is coming. He looks very unhappy.
Man, I love Matt Wood. He does such a good job voicing the B1s and other droids.
Your master has gotten the message.
Dumbass.
If I activate this control, the outside airlock will open and she will be sucked into oblivion. It's a horrible way to die.
Yeah, I know, Cad. You're telling me. I still have nightmares about rising malevolence.
What do you want?
This holocron, I can't unlock it, but you can. The last Jedi who had it wouldn't open it. I hope you don't make the same mistake.
I can't let you die, Ahsoka.
Master, no!
Damn, you really feel that line the way Ashley delivers it. She's such a beast, man.
We'll deal with the holocron later.
I like this moment, just him reiterating that, I probably should have killed you and saved the kids, but I still have a plan. We see Anakin just do whatever the hell he wants in this show, but little things like that do a good job at reinforcing him and Ahsoka's rebellious ways to achieve outcomes the other Jedi might not be open to. It does make Master Opal's sacrifice that much more impactful. I feel like even if his Padawan was in question, he still would have gone down keeping the holocron shut.
All units, make for that shuttle.
This room is the same little runway area that we see in Dooku Captured. I mean, it's pretty similar to a hell of a lot of the ones that we've seen so far, but this one I think is the closest with all these lights over here. Some textures look a little different though. This ship in here just made me think of Dooku Captured in particular. I guess this would come standard with a Separatist boot though. Ah, this guy just almost lost his damn head. What a dodge, my guy. This oil spill is almost as bad as Rex's face in the medical bay in Downfall of a Droid. Almost. It's up there with the weird water shadows on Rhodia too. It just kind of moves around here and I feel like it's not even ground level. Not changing shape or anything, just getting bigger.
Now I will combine this holocron with the memory crystal I acquired from your dead Jedi friend. My employers will be most pleased.
Such a weird random way to store the names of babies. I mean, they have like Star Wars floppy disks. I guess since only Jedi can open them, it's safer. Although I guess not. I don't know, it just seems like a really dumb idea to have this holocron be what gives you the names in a crystal. It's already weird enough thinking about how data is stored in holocron within seemingly empty containers.
I have access to the holocron and all the information the memory contains.
I feel like we never get a shot of Newt like this from behind, but it totally makes that hat just look like some birthday hat from Party City the way it's it's just open in the back with that little band. It reminds me of a tiara. Way less impressive now that I realize it doesn't go all the way around.
Hold it right there! You're not going anywhere, bounty hunter. We've got to leave now. The reactor's gonna blow. We cannot wait!
I'm going after that bounty hunter.
Master, wait! We must get off the ship now!
I can't let Bane get away.
Patience! Master.
I get what this moment was going for, like, oh, look how much they've grown now. She's the one reminding him to be patient. But we've just watched in the same episode Ahsoka go run after Cad on her own, which is like the reason he has what he needs at all.
You're right.
Yeah, I know, Anakin. I don't get this moment. I mean, I do, but if it isn't supposed to be Cad right here, did he dress Denol up in his own clothes just to throw him over the edge? If that's the case, why are his hands blue as he's falling down? Oh, guys, that's Denol, by the way. We saw him actually in Downfall of a Droid already. Or Denial, I can't remember.
Trooper, did you get the holocron?
No, sir.
Also, if this is supposed to be Cad, oh, spoiler alert, this is supposed to be Cad, then that was one hell of a good clone impression. Even the other clones didn't bat an eye. If only Lucasfilm bothered to make it actually look like Cad Bane's body in there, all skinny and whatnot. But I guess we shouldn't be too surprised considering they gave the commando droids and rookies 5 fingers.
I'll get it, Master.
No time. Rex, get us out of here.
In this moment, like, what happened to being patient? And then she just silently turns around. Get it together, Ahsoka.
It looks like the holocron was destroyed.
Bane's dead, but I can still feel him.
Probably because he's right behind you. All right, this episode wasn't great. It's weird because the last one was pretty damn good if you ask me, but this one really suffers from where it sits production-wise, in my opinion. It's cool to see the first real introduction to Cad Bane, at least creation-wise, and I love the character later on in the series. The next one I think is a little better. Don't let me eat those words, Dave. Patron shoutouts! Biggest shoutouts go to my commanders. Darth Drakmir the Strange, originally one of Savage's brothers that Ventress didn't pick, took on the name when they realized they could use the Force and started randomly trolling the Night Sisters with it. Naval Officer Matt Army, who joined every rank of the Imperial military just to see which branch had the best outfits. Spoiler alert, turns out they all were dope as fuck. The brave Mr. Snuffle, the last soldier in the clone army to ever graduate on Kamino, since right after they called him up on stage to give his speech, a giant hole got blown out of Topoka City. Did technically graduate though. The Duke William Lynch, who ordered an entire fleet to fire down on his own people just because they said that the Duke was a stupid name. Never one for criticism, that Duke. More huge shoutouts go to my Master Jedi. And Friends Crumb, who swam halfway from that prison in Andor before they realized they really had to poop. And well, Marcus Fleischer, the first person to get a high score at Sid's bar on that clone arcade game thing. Nate, the tallest stormtrooper to ever successfully walk through the doors aboard the Death Star, making that other guy look even stupider. R. McNasty01, who really enjoys the taste of that Wookiee soup that we saw Wrecker get down with. And Varium, a member of both the Jedi Council and Kanja Club. Didn't really know what they were signing up for, just thought the name Kanja Club sounded dope. More huge shoutouts go to my Jedi Knights, Graphite, Austin Turner, Corchin, Mr. Maz, Salsa's Full Pace, and Marsh. Ooh, that was a tough one to get through. I just got sick, so it took me a little bit longer to get this one out, and my voice is just recovering, so thanks for sticking it out, guys. I'll see you all in the next one.